excitement.
We are blocked from going live from Sisters Good. So we're going live from all of our pages.
Joining us. So I saw you guys were at Big Lex premiere last night. Is that who that was? So is it Big Lex? Big Lexi? What is it?
Big Lex Baddie collection. She was basically she was on Jocelyn's Cabaret show. And she basically she was one of the crowd's favorites.
Okay.
And she was treated badly on the show, and she decided to make a spinoff for her own. So
the show treated her badly. What's the background?
I think Jocelyn treated her bad. She said she was a fan. She was a fan of Jocelyn's, and she was like the experience wasn't good, so she just decided to make a show on her own.
Okay.
And she called it Big Lex Baddie Collection. And the premiere was last night.
Yep.
Okay.
With 15 girls.
Okay.
They joined the house. So it was very official. Like, it was camera crews there, media outlets, social media outlets, all that stuff there. And there is some that I'm not gonna lie, it was a little ratchet.
Very. Yeah.
Like on a scale of 1 to City Girls.
It was on City Girls times 10.
Oh.
It was more like
so they must have been fighting. It was
more like the Town Girls.
It was an altercation during the red carpet interviews. Pictures. There was an altercation. We posted it on our page. And there was an altercation right then and there. And then when we went to the red carpet to ask them what happened, and it was like, this is what bad bitches do. We handle it ourselves, and this is what we do, and this is what we do, and this is just how we handle it. And it's like, okay. So we actually went in the theater and saw the first episode. And what network is it on, T-Time?
It's actually Now What's TV is the network that it's on.
Now What's TV.
Yeah. So I think they're actually like a new, network that are trying to get themselves out there. So they really embrace this project as a way to kind of get their name out there, I believe.
Yeah.
But I know I think one of the main directors of Now What's TV, his name was Sway. I didn't get all of this information, but he's the one that's over it. But yeah, that's all.
What is the goal of the girls in the house? Like they're just in the house, or
they're supposed to basically win this competition where they're just competing to be labeled the baddest bitch per se. Okay. And so like they win $10,000. It's a way for them to kind of showcase like what they're working on, because a lot of the girls there had other like ventures they were doing, and they just this was a great way for them to basically shine light to it. But it was really just nothing but fighting. That's all it was. When it comes on, it's straight
it's just
if you buck.
It is Nuck If You Buck. It was straight. It was Nuck If You Buck. As soon as the show started, it was fighting. There was a girl on there, and they said because she stank up the whole house, they fought her because she stank. They got on a bus for the KO. They was fighting over rooms. Yeah. They were fighting over when they got on the bus to go to KOD because it was filmed in Miami. They were fighting on the bus on the way to KOD, and it was really no reason for any of the girls to fight, and they were just fighting just to fight.
So what? I guess we got it. They were fighting. So when you met some of them in person, did they when you guys were doing the interviews? Did they tell you anything else that they were involved in or anything like that? Oh, we'll pin the name of the show. It's called, what's the name of the show again? We have a question.
It's called Big Lex
Baddie Collection.
Can you pin that? Can you pin that in your thing, DaCosta?
I don't know how to do that.
Here it is, right? I'm sending it now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
This
We'll
is
pin it at the
so-
bottom so you guys know what show we're talking about.
Yeah. It's a new show on what network?
Yeah,
it's
pin
on
that.
Now What's TV.
Now What's TV. It's
Okay,
basically like a bad. It's basically like a bad girl show. They were Bad Girls Club show. It wasn't like Jocelyn's Cabaret where they're like actually trying to put on a show and stripping and doing a cabaret show. Like they actually were doing different competitions in the house. Like they had a lingerie contest, they had a cooking contest, they had different contests they had to do to win. And of course, we don't know the winner because you have to subscribe to the network and watch the show to see who the winner is.
Yeah. And
Okay.
at Ice was it Ice Cold Locks? Yeah. That's Big Lex from Jocelyn Cabernet,
So were any of the girls, I don't know if you answered it before, when you guys did the individual interviews, were any of the girls working on anything outside of the fighting?
Yeah. I mean, like they were basically, I think a lot of them were, so you basically speaking towards like what they were doing, like besides fighting, or just like their own individual things?
Yeah, like when you did the individual interviews, like are any of them like have any businesses?
Yeah, of course. Like we had one, her name was I think her Instagram name is at Slim. No, at Call Me Slim Jim, and she was the one we interviewed, and she actually wanted to bring awareness to mental health because she suffered from depression. And she also has actually started in a twerk class. So I remember her talking about that. And then they had another one. Her name was Cash, where she's a stylist. So she wants to get her styling line out.
Okay.
So
most of them had
she
had a nail collection line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I will tell you this. Like, from my perspective, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. When they walked in, when I tell you, I didn't know if they got dressed for like maybe like a pageant that was for underprivileged. I don't know, but I mean it was really very
prom 1999.
It was like prom from like the 80s maybe.
Was it themed?
It was not.
I don't know. I think the theme was "Come Ratchet as You Are."
Oh.
And made the ratchetest person.
Oh, okay. Well, since you interviewed most of the contestants, did you guys have a favorite or anyone that you think is the front runner that might win?
I don't know because
I like she was from New Orleans. I loved her like personality. She was a dark skinned chick. She kind of like heavy set a little bit, but her name was Huckleberry Mother Effin something, but she's from New Orleans, and she's actually the one on our page that says what's good, where we're interviewing her in the chaos
in the white gown.
In the white gown.
Oh, look, I really said pretty gowns, nice gown.
Yeah, she said she was married to the game, so that's why she's in all white.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that's right. Well,
and she was getting while she was talking, and
she was very entertaining. She was very
okay. So she's made for TV. So we think she's you said Huckleberry Finn?
Huckleberry Mother Effin something.
Something in the white.
It was very long.
Okay, Huckleberry. So we gonna take her side. So that premieres January 16th on what channel again?
Now What's TV.
Now What's TV. Switching gears, speaking of fighting, Trey Songz had to get his lawyers to put a statement out because he's probably gonna have to fight in court, and he is denying allegations that he committed rape, and that a lot of evidence will come out in the following weeks, according to what his lawyers told TMZ. What do y'all think about that?
Yes. So men, when I talk to men about this situation, they're on Trey's side because of the music that he makes. But as a woman, I feel like just because I go on a date with you, because the women who have made sexual allegations against him have been attractive women, are women who have clout in the industry, and I feel like they have no reason to lie on their cootie cat.
Well, I mean,
like Keke Palmer. I think when she came out years ago saying that she had to hide in a closet because he was so aggressive with her. It was another girl in Las Vegas a few years ago or a few months ago that made a sexual assault case against him. And now this girl, Dylan Gonzalez, she said she was at a very popular Las Vegas hotel, and she's actually going to file a lawsuit against him. Now, so if it's a popular hotel, there has to be video footage. So I want to see this video footage of the aggression, her coming out, her being disheveled. I want to actually see these things, because one thing you have to differentiate is the artist from the person. Because like Beyonce, she has an awesome ego. She's Sasha Fish when she's on the stage, and she's Beyonce when she's at fucking home. Trey Songz, when he sings, he's his fucking whatever the fuck he is, the sex symbol, but off camera, he's somebody else. So you have to be able to differentiate the stage personality from what's reality. And every woman, just because you are a celebrity and you have money and you are Trey Songz, doesn't mean that I want to go to your hotel room and fuck you. That's my thing.
What do you think, T-Time?
I'm just like I told y'all, like, I am, now that more is coming out, like, I strongly believe, of course, like, what was done in the dark will come to the light. You know, I don't condone any man taking advantage of any female just off the status of who they are. You know, and now that more people have come out about it, more women have come out about it, you know, of course I, want justice to be served. I just think, too, that at the same time, like, I feel like sometimes people can be opportunists. And I'm not saying that these women are lying or some women are lying, but I do know you do have some females out there who will ride that bandwagon to get something because they feel like a person can provide for them financially. I'm just being real. You have people out there that are like that. I'm not saying these women are those type of women, but it's just Trey Songz just need to understand that when you're in the media, man, he need to get himself together and need to put himself in better situations. Point blank, period. Like, if he wasn't doing what he was doing, then he wouldn't have these allegations coming up. So, Trey, get it together, brother. That's all I can say.
There's smoke, there's fire. That's what I gotta say about that. And speaking of fire, so allegedly Drake put hot sauce in a condom. So
I heard about
that. Some IG, I guess, I don't know, influencer, I don't even know. I seen them in the same room. So IG model, whoever they are, came out and basically said that she found hot sauce in a condom, and allegedly Drake put it in there. So my first red flag is, what are you doing with the condom?
But why do you put hot sauce in? Why do that?
Well, allegedly hot sauce kills the sperm, but I think we got to peel the onion back. What are you doing with the condom?
She wants Drake's baby. Who wouldn't want Drake's baby?
Okay, we don't talk about kids on this show, but I wouldn't be. Yeah, I can't relate. How would I even know? And then when you think about it, sperm is white. So if you put hot sauce on it, wouldn't it turn colors?
Yeah, it would be a pinkish, reddish color.
Right. So I'm like,
why would you even try? So my thing is,
well, everybody's semen isn't the same.
Is your semen coming out pink?
I'm saying, like, it might not be a different color. You never know.
Well, if your semen does not come out white,
I mean, it does,
or a cream color, I need you to go see a doctor.
There's different, like, just depending on the mood, you know how that goes. But I'm just saying.
I need you to go see the doctor.
Yeah, I mean, everything I done ran across, it's...
No, my semen isn't coming out pink at all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, Drake responded and he said, he posted a picture and he basically said, there's 24 hours in the day. I'll go ahead and let you get your 15 minutes. And moving right along.
Being a healthcare professional, I don't know how accurate putting hot sauce in sperm is.
But did you see Snoop Dogg posted on his Twitter, they had I think it was like a Plan B with Drake on the cover and had like a hot tamale on it. And then they had and then I think I saw another one on Twitter where they opened the condom and it like burst open and had like the caliente style.
You know the memes are going to keep it coming. You know the memes are going to be coming.
So, Twitter took it and ran with it. That Plan B had me dead.
Christina, I must say, I'm loving the hair color.
Oh, you like
yes, the blue, honey.
Yeah, I love it.
Is this what Ursula?
I just
is Ursula pink?
I don't know what I am. I'm just.
You a beautiful chocolate drop is what you are.
Period. Yeah. Gas me.
I got you. You look good, Christina.
I'm gonna give me a ginger ale, y'all.
Okay. So wrapping up hot tamale condom thing. So I'm thinking due to his comment, like his response to it, he's not really paying no mind. Let her get her little 15 minutes of fame. And y'all, please, don't be putting hot sauce in the condoms.
Don't do that.
I don't even think that was true. I don't know what that was. I think the bitch was probably burning anyway.
Oh.
And she made up their excuse because, to be honest, y'all, I messed with celebrities in the past and they flush that shit. Oh. They're not putting it in the garbage can. They're not putting anywhere that a female can get access to it. They're flushing their condoms.
That's really
There's no reason to put anything into it. They're flushing it so nothing can happen.
Okay, so let me go ahead and write.
So that's that point.
Y'all, I want to give a shout out to my boy Machine Gun Kelly, man, for making that proposal to Miss Megan Fox.
Oh, he made a proposal?
Yes. Y'all see the ring? Y'all didn't see the ring?
Yes.
No.
It is dope. Like, apparently, that was my first time seeing, like, a dual ring, like, where someone has two stones on the ring. Well, he ended up getting, like, I think it's, like, I forgot how much it was worth, but he has a diamond, like a carat diamond on one side, and he has her emerald, her birthstone, on the other side. So it's, like, two diamonds on one, like, side by side. Like, y'all, it was amazing to see that.
It was really pretty.
It was beautiful, actually.
What's her name? Megan what?
Megan Fox.
You know, she's on the new Skims line from the Kardashians.
Yes, with Courtney. So Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly, Travis Barker, and Kourtney Kardashian, like they are always together, close. Double dating and stuff.
And Pete Davidson is too. Pete Davidson and Machine Gun Kelly are like best friends. So they kind of all got their click. So that's probably how Kim and Pete met.
So are the Kardashians going towards the white guys now and reverting back to the black guys since they had some beautiful black children?
Possibly. I guess they learned from Khloe's mistakes. I love you, Khloe. But no, you know, like they all jump on the bandwagon. You know, everything is a lot of. I feel like Kris Jenner, when it comes to like PR moves, she is that boss. Okay, like their new show is getting ready to come out on Hulu, and I feel like, you know, Kourtney and Travis, it's a good look. Now all of a sudden we got Pete and Kim, and you know they say about Pete, they say my partner doing his thing down there, you know. So leave it to Ariana Grande, you know, he represents for, you know, the white guys.
But Ariana Grande, she didn't want him.
But no, she talked about his, you know what size.
He's Peter.
Yeah. Everybody talking like that's what he's known for, supposedly.
Oh, so hold on. I'm sorry. Let me interject there. So speaking of Peter size, Mr. Soldier Boy, excuse me, big Draco. Okay.
He has a big Peter.
Girl, his nudes got leaked on IG, and let me tell you something. Big Draco. Okay,
y'all better leave us. Y'all better leave us skinny guys alone. I'm telling you.
Sorry, Soldier Boy. We won't do. We
better leave the skinny guys alone.
How the song go? You gotta snap like that to be a soldier girl. What I gotta do, soldier?
He said, "Hop up out the bed, turn my swag on."
Yeah.
Took
it is like, girl, it's like clutching my pearls. It's like, he was like laying on the bed. You just gotta go. I'm gonna send you the DM. But baby, it was not disappointing.
I'm still trying to see Megan Fox.
Ring. It's all on
the Ring
Shade Room too.
Yeah, or you can go to People Magazine. But yeah, so Big Draco is big packing. Okay. I'm trying to think what other drama happened. Since you're talking about new shows, you guys know that Porsha from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, she got her new show. They call Porsha's Family Matters. Of course, there was a fight that broke out between her and the baby daddy, Dennis.
Okay.
But recently, Simon, her fiance, was going back and forth with his ex-wife's new husband. I cannot remember his name. I know Phelan. I can't remember his name. Simon called him to help. So basically, when they was going back and forth, he made a post about men, respecting the mother of your children and this, that, and the third. So Phelan's husband shot back and was like, you don't have room to talk. Like, you basically aired your wife out and put her on the outs and divorced her. And he basically snapped back and was like, how was the help talking out of turn? Like, me paying the money I'm paying is the reason why that baby is eating. And yeah, it went downhill from there. So what do you guys think? I think it's giving, is this a storyline, or do you still love your ex-wife?
I haven't entertained the show.
Me neither. I didn't even know Porsha had her own show.
Yes. So
I knew she had the show.
Enough about the Kardashians. Porsha has a new show. Porsha's Family Matters.
Give us that melanin.
So let's.
And the clip that I saw.
You didn't see the fight?
I saw the clip. Like, my best friend, she had sent me the clip, and I was like, what? When I tell you they was throwing down, like, Porsha
on the
was
Porsha
swinging.
show?
Yes, girl. On Dennis.
Who was she fighting?
She was fighting, I think Dennis, like his family, his mom or something like that.
No, it was him. No, she was fighting
him. Okay.
Dennis. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then what had me weak was when I guess Porsha grandmama came over there and they started praying, talking about Lord, we know the enemy. After she just got finished throwing blows. And she gonna go over there and start praying in unison. The enemy is trying to come after us, and then they gonna be all calm and Porsha doing a little crying and stuff. I'm like, this is just too much.
Well, we gotta keep
crying. She's talking about he touched my family. Like, all right, Porsha.
So y'all definitely gotta tune in to Porsha's Family Matters, and so we can see how the whole Dennis fiasco went down. Are there any other shows that you guys are watching?
Well, I'm watching. I just checked out this show. Most of y'all heard of the show called Cheer. But so Cheer or whatever is like it was a hit like about 2 years ago on Netflix, and it basically showcases like this. It's Navarro College, and like they're like a junior college. They're known, and you see all these different athletes there that cheer. That all come from like different parts of the country. Like you got some guy like this guy named Darius. It's from like I think somewhere in Florida. This black guy named Jerry. They like you see them like guys you wouldn't think that would cheer. Like they're cheering to get their education paid for, and you see the struggles they're going with. But the breakout star Jerry. From the first season, he was the guy that was known for the whole Mac talk and like, yeah, all this stuff.
Well, the black guy who was like this?
Yeah. Like, so this guy had all these endorsements. He was on Ellen. He was hosting.
Is he the one that died?
Huh?
He's the one that died?
No. Oh. He was a heavyset guy. Well, apparently, y'all, he just got charged with, he wasn't on this season. He got charged with I think over 7 felony accounts of child pornography.
In high school?
He watching kid porn?
Like, so basically, these two twins came out
Child, he watching naked
And
children.
he had been sending them nudes from Snapchat. He had been pressuring these 13-year-old boys to send them butt pictures. And the boys was doing it because they said they felt like,
were they spreading their cheeks?
They felt like, yeah, they was sending them cheeks up to Jerry. These two white boys, you know, they were sending them to him. And apparently other guys have come out about it, and he's now behind bars, and he actually confessed that he had also had, you know, oral with a 15-year-old.
A high schooler?
A 15-year-old, and then one of the twins, he met them at a competition. He was 19 at the time, I believe. And the boy was like 14, I think, or 15. He basically was asking the boy to come into the stall to perform oral on him at the cheerleading competition.
As good luck. You know what?
It's kind of a bitter, like, it's like, dang, like, soon as he was rising, and he's America's favorite, this you know, black guy. You know, and
who
now
is this man? I don't know who this man is.
Yeah,
Jerry,
he was on.
Like, I'm telling you, I gotta look it up. Like, he is he's on everywhere. Like,
you might have to pin it. You said it's Cheer on what show?
Cheer on Netflix.
On Netflix. No, I've never
heard
of it.
His name is Jerry.
Jerry.
Well, Jerry, just like Jerry the one from Subway, Jerry. What's Jerry?
No, that's Jerry. No, that's Jerry and Jared.
Weinstein, all these men. Don't name your child Jerry because they're gonna be cursed with child pornography and little girls and little boys. Okay.
Yep. So
this don't make no damn sense.
He's behind bars and shit. He can't even get bail.
He don't need to come back from
behind. Get bail for what?
Let his butthole be popped. Okay. Let it pop it like a balloon, like a.
Yeah.
Let it blow out.
You know, I feel sorry for those.
It won't sound like a whistle like.
Oh, somebody said, okay, was it Ice Cold Live?
Ice Cold
Live.
About
Harlem.
Said, what about Harlem?
Harlem is good.
Shout out Megan. I said Megan Fox. Lord, Megan Good.
Megan Good. Harlem is very, very good.
Very good. Check it out. Amazon Prime.
On Amazon Prime, I watched the whole season in one day.
So good.
Because I'm a binge watcher.
And me too. But can we just have a moment of silence for Tyler? Oh my God. Good God Almighty. Is that man real?
The one who look like Drake.
You like Drake?
Yeah, the ex-boyfriend that's getting married, supposedly.
Yes, her ex,
but he's still in love
on Harlem. His name is Tyler.
So what's talking about the people on the show Harlem?
Yes.
Okay.
Her love interest, and he is like Ghost from Power Fine. Jesus.
Isn't one of the guys from that show 101 on there? Arnett?
He's from Pink Valley.
Who is?
Tyler. He was he was the security guard.
Oh, I know, but isn't one of the guys from that show 101? He's on the show Harlem.
No, he was from the Pank.
Remember, I saw. I think something about he was stripping or something. He was
he was a child star with Megan Good. I forgot what show it was.
Hold up, you said he was stripping on what show?
On Harlem.
He was stripping.
They showed it.
Yes,
girl. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Tyler. I was like, hold on. Send me the link.
No. Tyler wasn't stripping. Tyler wasn't stripping. No.
I don't even know who Tyler is.
I'm gonna check it out.
Now.
Yeah, Harlem is very good. I think it captivates dating in 2022.
Yes.
It very well depicts how men are more open to women doing sexual things to the butthole.
Oh yeah.
And making it normal instead of it being obscure, and how hard it is nowadays because of social media, how awkward and hard it is for women to date nowadays. Because me and my husband talk about it all the time. Like, I feel like it's hard for women nowadays to date because of just social media and the access to the women that men have, and it's just too free, and it's too much access to do so much
The temptation is great. The temptation is greater.
This honesty and stuff because of social media. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, it's a gift and a curse. I think you're absolutely right. I feel like, you know, like when we were growing up, you know, we didn't have social media. We had to like kind of get to know someone. You had to get to know a girl or a guy or whatever. You know, you had to get to know them. And you had to like, transfer messages in school or get cool with her friend or, you know, like you had to work for it. Like, I feel like as men, we were more courting females and courting them, wanting to like really take time, or you hang out all summer and see each other in school the next day. I mean, it was different. You know, we didn't have access to like, you know, get attention elsewhere. You know, you just had to like, your eyes on that one person. You know what I'm saying? Like you basically use this instead of using this down here all the time.
I was just about to say, hold on. Ice Cold Lock said, nope, it ain't all social media. It's men being raised as titty babies. Okay. And also too, and I wanted to add too, like back in the day, they were still cheating. Papa was a Rolling Stone. That didn't really.
Yeah. But
social media just makes it more available.
It makes it more. Yeah. It just makes it more. It just makes it. Yeah. It makes it more available now. Yeah. Like I can search through your history. I can go through your phone. Like it just technology makes it easier for it to happen versus back then. Like it wasn't no social media, so you had to actually get to know the person. You have to get the pager number. You got to get the phone. You got to call the phone at a certain time. And hey, school, where your mom?
What's your mommy?
Where's your mommy at? Where your mommy?
She looking at your mommy. He is looking around.
So yeah,
she is so mad. She looking around.
I do agree to a certain extent. Social media does make it. I guess people are always searching and never content. Ice Cold Lock said it makes people have unrealistic expectations of what dating is.
What's the unrealistic expectation? Because I don't date, so I don't know what the unrealistic expectation is. Athena, I know you're a single woman. What do you think?
Don't feel like I have an unrealistic expectation. Maybe add her in. Did she send a request? Add her in and see what she says, because I'm not sure.
Can I add her in? Let me see.
Yeah, Ice Cold Lock, send DaCosta a request, because I'm not sure what she's saying. I don't date. The last date I went on was a catfish, so I kind of just focus on my money and my kids.
I don't know what the unrealistic part, like, cause I don't know what the unrealistic part of dating is now. I just know when I was dating 6-7 years ago, I expected a man to open doors, pay for meals, show chivalry. If I was in a bind or a situation, show that he cared and try to help out. Or
help out. Help out. What are you, a bum? You need to be a boss. Help out. Money. Girl, please.
I mean,
they want to go 50-50.
No, ain't no 50-50 nothing. I'm
okay,
sorry.
We're not even getting into that debate, because we don't even need them in here talking about, we know men. We don't want you crying.
Yeah, I have married friends that go 50-50 on stuff. I think it's just based on your relationship. But I made it.
She said she sent the request.
She sent a request. I didn't get. I don't.
Go and add her. Go to the bottom and hit add.
Okay.
Did it go through?
I think I accepted it. Well, when.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
What's good?
What's up?
We can see my whole face now.
I know.
Oh,
I'm way better now. Now I'm in the top box.
Okay, so the unrealistic expectation for dating, what is it, Nicole, that you are talking about?
Okay, so when I say unrealistic expectations, like, just be honest, women. You not finna meet a nigga. Know that nigga from 2 weeks and he finna fly you to Turks and Caicos. Bitch, that's not gonna happen.
Why not?
It might happen, but realistically, what's really gonna happen? What's realistic? You meet this nigga, you say, okay, you meet him or whatever, and he work at Best Buy, and you scrolling down social media or whatever, and you see, cereal girl, like, bitch, everybody buying this and buying that, the girls getting this and that. Baby, your man work at Best Buy. That's not gonna happen.
Oh, okay. She knew that ahead of time.
But he could be a real good financial person and be a good money saver.
At Best Buy?
He might be. But guess what? He's not gonna spend his Best Buy check on you after 30 days to do no shit like that, to drop the big bucks or whatever, because that's gonna take him a long time.
Yeah,
like,
unless he live with his mama.
It's not realistic. It's not realistic. Like, it's not realistic. Like, also, y'all gonna get mad, but Kevin Samuels said it wrong, but he wasn't wrong. Bitch, you have to date within your league.
You have to do what?
You have to date within your league.
Why would people be mad about that?
Oh, they was big mad.
Okay, so what is dating within your league? Because before,
girl, when you got McDonald's money, but you trying to go to Roof Chris,
thank you.
That's what.
Thank you.
When you work at Best Buy, but you want sis whose wigs cost $500, and that's your whole check. No, she's out of your league.
Okay, so for example, Puerto Hemplin, who's been out here dating. I'm single. I've been down in this single life for years.
Ditto, sis. Ditto.
Okay. So this nigga right here, he texted me or whatever. First off, stop. Another thing, stop talking big game without making no big moves. This nigga texted me. Okay. What's up? Good morning. Got with you. Like, we haven't done anything.
Your
breaking up.
Audio's going in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was texting me, hey wifey, all type of other shit, oh I want you and all this. Lies, nigga. Okay.
Hey wifey.
Yes. Like, mind you, we haven't hung out, like nothing like that or whatever. I met him on a dating app because guess what? Everything's pushing to social media. So you know what I'm saying? Chopped it up, hey wifey, all this like press stop. So I'm like, well, let me ask him for something small, because this is another test. I said, well, wifey, all this. I'm like, well, send me $60 or whatever. Your wife will get her toes done. This nigga says, I just paid rent. Nigga, so did I. So
you can't send your wife $60?
All this big talking, hey, wifey, hey, this and that. But I said, send me $60. Got it? So if you can't pay rent, period.
Your audio is going out.
Yeah, you just said a whole bunch of something we didn't hear.
We said if you can't pay
rent,
right?
If you pay rent and send a bitch $60, that should be the standard. You should not be dating. Period.
No. Okay, so let me just say this. When I was dating, I was not expecting the man that I dated to pay my rent.
No, never. That's
okay.
That's the unrealistic expectations that social media sets. Like,
okay,
you be paying rent, you doing that. No, that don't make no sense. A man is not just gonna come and pay your rent. Like, come on now.
Well, okay. So in turn, in keeping up with that, then. So if you don't have no money to pay no rent, then you shouldn't be expecting no cat, then, right? Like, there should be no expectation that if you take me out to dinner, that you getting lucky at the end of the night, or you wasted your money.
Yes, I've had a man tell me that.
I think that's unrealistic as well on the men's part. They think
had a man tell you what?
Hold on, time we can't hear you.
Okay, can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me?
A little bit.
What's going on my phone? Let me see.
Okay, that's better.
All right, there we go. Cool. What I'm saying is that, let me be realistic. We are all adults here. Okay. So this whole trying to use the cookie as a way to basically as a prize in a way, like you prizing your cookie. I'm not saying that, you got to give it up on the first night or whatever, but I feel like we adults, man. Like, if you are mutually feeling somebody, all right, okay, and y'all are adults, all right, y'all can agree to have sex if y'all want to. It's consensual. Y'all can agree. It don't make you less of a person if you decide to give it up on the first night.
I do agree.
And it don't make him a dog for actually wanting to get some, straight up.
That's true.
Because you going with the vibe of the night. We adults.
No.
So I hate when female people talk about like, well, if you ain't doing this, you ain't getting that.
Well, that's not. I was about to say. Well, that's not the point I was making. I was just saying about expectations. So
Yeah.
if a man, I was saying more of if a man takes you out to dinner and pays for it, there should not be an expectation that I'm going to sleep with you. Now, of course, we're grown, and if it happens, it happens, and it's not. Oh, well, you can't get this until you pay for this. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just like I shouldn't expect you to do certain things. Sex should not be an expectation, and I think some men get that confused. And also, too, if you do expect sex, then you shouldn't be offended if I ask for a little change.
Exactly. That's how I go.
But at the same time, though, like let's be real too with this. Like, you know, like when it comes to like, we all got flesh and we all got that need. We all got that lust when we see a person. Like when
you're a little muffled, T-Time.
Not expecting to have sex, right? So like, you mean to tell me that if you attractive, first of all, you attractive, we going out, we both attractive people. In the back of our mind, like, man, we pretty much sex is on our mind 24/7, if not more. I'm just being real with you. So it's kind of hard to say that you should not expect sex when I'm taking you out.
Well, guess what's on my mind?
What?
Can you pay these bills? Can you pay me
my telephone
bills? Can you
Can
pay
you
my
pay my
automobile
automobiles?
bills? And maybe we can share. Okay, so sex is on your mind and my bills are on mine.
So you and me, I do.
Basically, what y'all saying is you looking for a sugar daddy, basically.
No, we don't want no sugar daddy.
No. That's
no.
T-Time. Take your hand off your mic or something. You're a little
muffled
muffled.
outside.
Can you hear me?
Yes, much better.
Got you. So basically, what you're saying is you want a sugar daddy.
No. Okay,
y'all saying all I'm thinking about is can you pay these bills and pay this and pay that.
Okay, they said let him talk. Okay.
I said that, so like basically what I'm hearing, Christina, you just said, look, y'all talking about all I'm thinking about is can you pay my rent? Can you pay these bills?
No.
And then what a sugar daddy do?
Hold on, but I feel like you're taking out of context because you were saying that a man's mind is on sex like 24/7, like it's running.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, when he's with an attractive female,
you know, he's like, you know, I want to do it. So I'm just saying from a woman's perspective, we look for providers and protectors. So while you're over here trying to size me up, I'm over here like, well, can he do this? Can he do that? Can he, you know, what can he help me with? How can he provide for me, basically? Just like he's probably like, well, I'm trying to see what she's like in bed. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying sugar daddy because of course I got my own money, but why would I want to spend my money when I can spend yours?
That is selfish.
No, but this is
my daddy said.
Listen, I don't understand why men think an even exchange for buying a dinner is pussy. It's not an even exchange because the money you spent, because money is a liquid asset. You can spend money and get it right back. But if I give you some pussy, ain't no return on that shit. You can't get it back. Ain't no receipt. Ain't no nothing. Ain't no how many amount of days I hustle that I can return that coochie coupon that I just gave you.
And think about this. And then
especially if it's a good pussy.
And then what if you don't run into a sofa boy?
Pussy coupon.
And
you know what? I see you, Jen. Hey, y'all, you know, I think Jen the stylist, I agree with you, sweetie. We can do it 50-50. I feel like 50-50 is something that you should expect out of somebody. Like, basically, like, we live in a time where, like, a lot of guys, in general, they pay for everything, and they take you out, and they court you. Like, we live in a time now where some of y'all women making way more, making more money, if not equal to what we have making now.
That is true.
At the same time, the tables have changed. So,
oh, my God. All of a sudden, I can't hear. You said 50-50? I'm deaf.
Okay, so let me just say.
Don't listen to her, T-Time.
Hello?
T-Time, you are correct. Women have stepped up so much that some women are making more than the men in the household.
Whose fault is that?
Okay, but in some households, the men. I know.
Who
I
make the
know
money in your household?
I know married couples on every level. I know married couples who men take care of everything and the women take care of like the groceries, the housework, all that stuff. Me, okay. I know couples that split the bill 50-50. Like we're gonna split the rent 50-50, the electricity 50-50. Everything is 50-50.
Yeah, we're gonna split the pussy.
I know
50-50.
Couples like that. I know couples that do it like it's different ways that couples do things. And if you and the person that you marry and that you come with and you come together with, and that's what you agree with, that's what you agree with. Because I know couples that do it 50-50, and I know couples that the man take care of everything and the woman take care of the household. And I know men who take care of everything and the woman and the household, because we posted something a couple of weeks ago about the woman who gives her paycheck to the man.
Look what the
gets $100 allowance a week. Bitch, is you retarded?
Yes. Look what DeCosta 5-0 said. She said, bitches the new niggas. No, but this is the thing. Because listen, but this is another thing.
I ain't giving my check to nobody.
No, DeCosta, first off, you got some great New York boobs. Okay, girl.
You know, it just means, I'm just the metabolism to slow
Hey,
down.
Styles, big.
I mean, but I still got my waist.
Girl,
Waist
okay. Snatch it.
Ass still here. You know, it's still intact. Everything's still intact over here.
Girl, looking good, friend. Good,
girl.
Friend. But no, this is, so look, because times are progressing, Black women are able to secure, more feelings, secure more education, to secure, generational wealth for their families, so that we are taking the opportunities. So therefore, they saying that's a masculine role, but we actually,
and men are intimidated by it.
Because as soon as a nigga come and say he want to come save the day and take some of his responsibility off my back, baby, you can have it. What you need? What you want me to do? I need
and let me just
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And let me say something. Let me say something about that, Nicole.
Nigga, you can have, I do what you want.
Let me say something about that, Nicole.
Go ahead.
I know a lot of women who are in that position who make 6 figures plus and cannot find a man worth nothing because they are so intimidated by the woman making more money than them. They don't want to have anything to do with them. They'll date them, but they don't think about wifing them or nothing, because when I dated, it was a thing when I dated men with money, it was like a control thing. Like, I had this money, so I'm gonna control you with this. Like, I'm gonna pay your bills, I'm gonna do this, but since I'm paying your bills and doing this and buying you this and this and this, you have to do this in return. You have to do this in return, this in return. Okay. So now that women have leveled up and say, nigga, I don't need your money to do this. I done bought 2 houses. I own 2 properties. I got my own luxury car outside. I have this, I have that, I have this. I don't need you for anything. Men are intimidated by that. But they want women who are weak and don't need them to depend on anything.
You still have some men too. I know, as a matter of fact, I know some people too, like some of my white friends or whatever too, like where the woman makes top dollar, and what the husband do is, you have some women that are okay with the husband looking after the kids, taking them back and forth to soccer practice, while mommy is out there making them big dollars and coming home and they giving home cooked meals the opposite way around.
I know that couple too. I know that couple too.
Yeah. So to do it.
That's how
it's
all
about.
If you a house mom, if you a house dad, if the mom is a corporate mom making 6 figures plus, because I know somebody personally who does that, who's a millionaire, goes out making the money, and her husband, because he's irresponsible with money, gives her his check, and she gives him an allowance, but she's a fucking millionaire making big boss moves. And that's what happens. He takes care of home. He makes sure food is on the table for his wife when he gets home. So there are different roles that different women, that different people play nowadays, because women have stepped up. Like, I don't have to be a housewife anymore. I can do this. I'm intelligent. I don't have to get paid because I'm a woman, because basically if you keep it 100, men are really dumb.
I disagree with
And
that.
they have dumbed us down.
That is very
for
insulting.
years. They have dumbed us down for years, and we have decided to level up because
that is very
men,
insulting.
Because men could not handle these women leveling up. So we was like, fuck these niggas, and let's level up ourselves. And we're doing a damn thing, and these men cannot handle it. They don't know what to do with it.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. You can't call. First of all, you can't call. You can't say. You cannot say that. You can't say that all men are dumb. First of all, if y'all want to keep it 100, because I'm a very biblical guy. Okay, y'all are created for us, and I will say this: men, we are the head, but y'all females are the neck.
Come on.
Y'all control the head and what the head does, okay? So I agree with that in that aspect, but to sit up there and just say men are just dumb, we're not. Now, we might have been to a position where we have not lived to our potential as men, so it has given women this false narrative of having to step up because of our lacking, but it's not
narrative.
we are dumb.
It's not a false narrative.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I was with
It's
you.
not false.
I was with you till I was with you. It's not
Look,
false.
It's not
It's
false.
okay.
It's
So
not
it's
a false
okay.
narrative.
All right.
With
It's
you.
not. So we have a lot of men that are not knowing their role. Put it like that. We have a lot of men.
But don't say it's a
that
false
have been
narrative
raised or
because
they
it's
have
not a
not
false
been.
narrative.
It's not
But, okay,
false.
so listen. Okay, it's not a false narrative. What I want to say is we have a lot of men that have taken false roles. They want to call themselves men, and they don't want to do what the man title requires.
But why is that?
So I would take that back.
But
But
that's the thing about it.
We cannot say that all men are like that. We can't say that all men fall in that category.
Mermaid. I'm sorry, I just kept looking at you. But
I'm sorry. I said, we cannot say that all men fall in that category. We just can't say that. We can't not make this description. That's like he's saying all females are basically, I don't want to say we, but all females want to complain about something. All females are just the same. Y'all are not. Y'all are all different. Here's my thing is that like, I hate that us men get the bad rep when the roles are reversed. So we can talk about, we want a man, if a man ain't providing for his woman, if a man ain't making all the money in the household, ain't paying the bills, they get a bad rep. But you got some men out here that are taking care of home. Like you said, them couples that are taking care of home, making sure they woman to get a home cooked meal, making sure the kids are going to practice, making sure she's being whatever she needs him to be. You have some men that do fall in line and do that. So are they still considered worthless men?
No.
They're not. So my point exactly. So like we can't say that all men are not, are dumb or because they're not living up to what the standards of old time say they should live up to. Things are different now. Like y'all, he said, y'all women, y'all leveling up. Y'all making big banks. Y'all making more money. The playing field has now turned. Okay, so with that being said, we gotta also too adapt when it comes to our outlook and perceptions of the today man. That's what I'm saying. We can't just bash them like all men are. No,
agreed.
We ain't all like that.
I didn't say all men. I said men were stupid.
We love
all men
black
are stupid. But
that's basically saying all men.
But some men have taken on the house role, and the woman, because we have leveled up and see our potential that we can do great things, and have leveled up. And it's because I know those couples where the woman goes out and provide and the man takes care of home. And if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do in your household. I figure out whatever you and your mate decides to do in your household, that's what you decide to do. If it's 50-50, if it's 20-80, if it's 100-0, if it's 90-10.
100-0.
I'm 90-10.
That's what I'm signing up.
So I'm cool with that.
Exactly, that's true.
I'm cool with that. We just cannot put a label and expect for men. We just can't put these labels on men that it should be a certain way when today's times have changed.
That's what I'm saying, because the cost of living is very high. And because my parents were married, still are married for 39 years, and my daddy carried majority of the financial burden, I don't want to do nobody like that. I want to have a little piece, But also, the complete house was taken care of. My dad don't even know. He never even knew what a broom was. You know, he's like, "Where the broom?" We're like, "Oh, you live here too? Okay."
So,
that's how I was
can you
brought
guys
up too.
read the comment by Stylist? I told y'all my phone is broken. He said something about women are spoiled or something in the comment.
The comment's not even loaded.
Well, I was born spoiled because I grew up in a household where the men paid the bills and the woman took care of home.
Me too.
And
Yep,
that's what
I did too.
I expected in the person that I married and want to spend my life with. Like if you can't pay my mortgage and I can't take it home, it's no offense to you, but I'm not going 50-50 on rent with you. If you can't pay my whole mortgage, if you can't afford the kind of house that I want or whatever that I want, then you're not the man for me. And that's my preference. And I can have that preference. And I will be a single bitch, which I'm not, clearly. I could be a single bitch until that fucking happens. Because I have a certain preference, because I was brought up a certain way. My dad paid the majority of the bills. My mom took care of the groceries, cooking, and taking care of her kids. And that's what I expected out of my husband. And that's why I say my role in my household is not 10. I do 10%. I take care of the little stuff. I make sure my man is fed. I make sure there's food on the table. I make sure he's fed. His dick sucked. Everything is clean. This and this and this and that. But my mortgage is paid.
Hey, it is what it is though. And but like you said, it's all in the preference though. You know, I definitely agree with you. Like I grew up in that same exact environment too. You know, but I also grew up with my mother pushing my stepfather. Well, I just call him my father. She pushed him. Like when he came and met her, you know, like he didn't have everything. You know, he was a young guy. You know, but my mom encouraged him because he saw her work ethic. He's like, look, you need to get in truck driving school. She pushed him in truck driving school back in the 90s, like in 90, 94, 90, no, like 95, 96. He is now making over six figures, and he put my mom in this beautiful home on the lake, and she's reaping all the benefits that she sold into him. So like I grew up in a household too where, you know, women sold into the men. And because when the women sold into the men, that they were able to reap this harvest, and he has a great respect for her, you know. So like,
and I've seen that too.
You know, like I mean, I feel like, you know, that's how it's supposed to be.
And being a married woman, and I'm and don't think I'm shallow or I'm being a bitch or whatever, saying my man has to take care of the mortgage, whatever. Because if it had to come down to it, my husband lost his job tomorrow. Best believe my ass is stepping up and taking care of the mortgage. Best believe my ass is stepping up and taking care of whatever needs to be done is going to be motherfucking done. Because I'm that man's wife and I took vows for better or for worse. So I'm going to have my husband's back regardless. So yes, he's taking care of me thus far, but if something happens to my man, it's something to my husband tomorrow, I'm stepping up and be a woman that I married to that man, and I'm paying the fucking mortgage until my husband can pay the mortgage. I'm going to be paying the majority of the bills. I'm going to be paying the car note. I'm going to do everything I can until my husband can get back on his feet. So don't get a motherfucking twisted, because this is a real bitch right here, okay? I married a real man, and he married a real bitch, okay? So
I feel you.
I'm going to, just because he pays the bills, if he falls on hard times, if something happens to him, I'm going to step up as a woman, as a wife, as a confidant, as his other partner, as a friend, as his best friend, and I'm gonna pick up the slack until he can get into that position where he can do what his role is again. So don't think the roles can't be reversed, but they can be easily reversed, because you never know what can happen. And that's how you know if you got a real woman or a real man by your side. When you fall on hard times.
And you know what?
So
like,
don't get it twisted.
Looking at the comments, and let me shout out my boy, is it Atara? Man, bro, like, I love the fact what you said, bro. Like, man, like, shout out to you being raised by both of your parents, man. And shout out to you, too, brother, about you and your wife. You know, you cook, she cooks.
I'm next.
You're right, bro. Like, that's how I feel relationships should be, man. With a marriage, like Drea was just saying, it's 50-50. You know, like, they have that agreement, that unspoken language of, like, if whatever you lack in that, I'm your strength. I'm going to provide it. So, brother, I feel you on that, dog. You know, so
That's
like, don't put on to that.
And I'm not using bitch. I'm not saying bitch as I am a bitch. I know I'm a real woman. I'm just using bitch as a term as endearment. Like us women, we call each other bitches and bosses or whatever. I'm a real boss bitch. Or I keep saying bitch. I don't know. I'm a real
know what
woman.
it is.
I'm
we
not
know
We
what
don't
it
know.
is.
You don't have to explain
We
yourself.
know you don't have to explain that. Art.
So,
Art, don't do that. Guess what? Because my bitch a real bitch.
right.
My bitch a real bitch.
And I just if I had to step up and pay the mortgage, I'm gonna step up and pay the mortgage if it had to come to it. So
well, I
I
wanted to add
The world needs more women like you, Andrea DaCosta Brown.
I was raised in a 2-parent household, and my father said that you don't go 50-50 with no man. So if my daddy said I'm not going 50-50, I feel y'all where some people say that it's just not me. Okay.
We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you, Tara, man. We appreciate you enjoying the combo, bro.
What did you want to say? Cole? Did you want to ask something?
My dad said the same thing or whatever. He said you don't go 50-50 on a man on rent because that means he's your roommate and you shouldn't be fucking around with your roommate like that. That's what
I do feel like as men, we do have to have certain responsibilities. It's just certain things that we should be doing. And that's number one, taking care of our household, making sure that everything is provided, making sure the rent is paid, the mortgage paid, making sure that the lights stay on in the house, like making sure that our family has a safe environment. That right there to me is just an innate ability that we just gotta just establish from point blank. Now there is no budget on that, period.
Yeah.
You have to establish that from the beginning of the relationship.
So
you do have to establish
definitely agree with that. And for me, like I said, I grew up in a village. So like even though my dad died when I was 2 months shy of my second birthday, I never knew him. My grandparents stepped in. Like back then it was like, I had a village that raised me. I had the uncles, I had the grandparents, I had, my father now who came into my life when I was 3 years old. So I was taught that no matter what is happening in your house, you also have an extended family too that are also there to support you in times of hard needs. And I like that topic too. Like, well, how do you feel about when you're in a marriage or a relationship? What does the in-laws? What role does the in-laws and the sister-in-laws, well, basically the in-laws in general, what role do they play in a relationship?
Well, I was going to say,
well,
how y'all feel about that?
Art,
I don't think we can only talk about. I think that's a little biased.
Y'all in-laws? Go ahead, Christina.
You were saying about in-laws?
Yeah, so we were talking. I was just talking about like how having extended family.
I know, but wouldn't you have to be married to have in-laws?
Yeah, or at the same time too, even if you're not married, say for instance you're in a relationship and you get a chance to start to meet the family of the person you're dating. What role? So basically, how significant does that having that support of them and getting to know them plays in your relationship?
Art said they can babysit.
Hey, that's true too.
The in-laws. What do you mean? Like as in a monetary?
I mean, like this basically as in that support if things are I don't want to say.
Jen, I'm a Libra.
I don't like to say financial support, but then again, I would say that because I remember my parents, like my dad, before my parents got their house, my grandparents wanted them to move in with them for a year just to save up. And we moved in with them for a year to save up, and boom, they went out running. So they had to look back. So like, I don't like to say financially that way, but I mean, when I say support, I mean like support as in like maybe like emotional, spousal support. I mean like, just things that you might need to work with.
And important, how y'all know how to say the name? The Tat Eker 23. They said it's important. And then the Pasta 50 said and teach. Okay, so it's important.
Oh, that's Tati.
Okay, Tati said it's important.
So
okay, hold on, because we getting a little off track. We was talking about the hot topic.
Oh, my bad. Let's bring I got too caught up in this whole live conversation.
But I'm just saying, because everybody was loving it, though. People always like when men and women can get on there or whatever and talk about things like, what I'm saying? Like the stuff that
we can't. So there was a
that they can chime in on. Jen, oh wait. In the comments, Jen been asking what's the horoscope. Jen the stylist. I'm a Libra.
I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio.
Pisces.
Okay, so
Drea is a Taurus.
And I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah. First off, Tina, you look like a beautiful chocolate mermaid. I got to say you that girl is giving for me.
Yeah. She really do. That melanin is definitely popping.
Look, because you know Drea always got her titties and stuff out, so I'm like, let me go ahead and all my girls out here.
I thought I could have my titties out because I had my ass out last night at the premiere. So
I ain't got none of that.
Cheeks showing last night, so I want some cleavage to show tonight. You know.
I told Nicole I just want to show my face, and she said, "Be real," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Well,
I was like,
"They are."
It is. Hey, Lauren, love Kirsty. But guess what? It's a lot of Skiki right here representing.
I see you in the house.
Okay,
Troy University in the house.
Well,
Troy, Alabama.
Troy. Wait a minute now.
Troy, Alabama.
Okay, Alabama. We'll keep it. Okay.
Troy.
We'll keep it in Alabama.
We'll keep it Alabama.
I mean, if you had a second choice.
You know what? Anyway, I ain't gonna lie. Tuskegee and that chicken coop, that was my favorite place.
Okay. Come on. Come on with
ain't no
the
joke.
They all fans.
Okay, Artie, we in this bitch. Okay, what about lead us all in? Hey, you going to homecoming? Y'all going to homecoming with the hot topics? HBCU homecomings. Everybody's missing out on. What are we gonna do about these homecomings?
Well, I ain't going.
I mean, Omari.
I'm going this year
and canceled all that shit. So.
Hey, y'all
going this year.
At the coop. You go to the coop. Did the
They
lady
shut the coop down? Didn't they?
Actually want some seasoned salt?
They done shut the coop down 10 times. That is
First of all, don't talk like that, Nicole. I don't like it.
You want seasoned salt? If your bag wasn't greasy, but who getting the bus? I'm sorry. Your bag wasn't greasy.
Okay, confession.
Shout out to all my nukes, man. Hope y'all had a great J5 fam. So all my nukes out there. It was our
Oh yeah, and it was
shout out to
the Sigmas and the Deltas.
They found this day.
Yes,
okay. Shout out to y'all. I know a plethora of Deltas.
So that must mean
happy and Kappas. Lord Jesus, I know a lot of Kappas. So happy Founders Day, y'all.
Oh, tell us about y'all interview with Luke Nasty. Y'all didn't even tell us about Luke.
Did you watch it?
We posted
you gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Again, tell the people again.
If you watched it.
Y'all is out here interviewing Luke Nasty. Y'all gotta tell these people how
doing big things.
It's nasty.
Tell y'all something right now. So, Nicole, you need to go back and watch the interview.
Yes,
it's in the link is in the bio.
I was letting the rest of these hoes know. I watched it, girl.
Look, sis, what's good is going up in 2022, baby.
Yes, we are.
We are going. We got so many interviews in store for y'all. We got so many celebrity guests in store for y'all. Y'all just keep watching.
I got plenty more wigs. So
well, look, ladies, I gotta head out, ladies.
Okay.
I'm about to go to
time.
I love y'all.
Love you too.
All right,
but
bye.
We're gonna keep this thing going, though.
Yeah,
keep it rolling.
I guess we're gonna wrap it up. Bye, you guys.
All right,
bye, y'all.
All right, sis, what's good? I'll see y'all later.
All right.
I don't know how to hang up.
we still
we gonna kick you out. Okay. Right. So I guess it's just wait a minute. I like the picture better when it was 4 people.
I know, like what? Who else want to join? We could get somebody else to join because if you want to join, go ahead and tap in. Tap in if you want to join.
I think I'm trying to think if there was any other hot topics. I know Drake, he's releasing some type of tennis shoe. People were commenting and said it looked like, shoes that belong in a retirement home, and I can't say that I disagree. They're like a mix between I wear my K-Swiss and Feli. So, I mean, no hate. Okay, maybe a little bit hate because they're ugly, but that's just an opinion. That's an opinion. So yeah, those are coming. Those are dropping soon. I think they're going to be like $150. They should be free. But I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, big on buying because Drake.
I mean, he rapped about him on Certified Lover Boy.
And people buy Kanye shit. And honestly, before I buy Kanye's footwear, when I first saw him, I was like, oh my God, that shit is so ugly. And my husband bought me a few pair of his shoes, and I'm in love with him. So it's not like what it looks like. Like, it may look like something on a picture, but when you put it on, it looks like something else.
Man. Okay, I'm gonna let you have that because I don't like Kanye's shoes. I don't like the prototype for Drake's shoes. I also don't like tennis shoes, so maybe I'm biased. So yeah, y'all be looking out for that. I think they're supposed to drop at the end of this month, beginning of next month. I'm not sure, but if you check the page, it's on there. I'm trying to think what other. Oh, Maya Angelou is on the quarter.
Is on the court. Oh, she's on the court. She made it on the quarter. Yay!
She said,
yes, I love it. But I'm gonna get that quarter and like frame it. Like when they gonna start rolling out?
They've already been rolling them out. What did Ice Cold Lock say in the chat?
You are muffled.
Who is?
You are.
I'm muffled?
You're not muffled anymore.
Oh, I was muffled?
Yeah.
Okay, what about now?
We're good now.
Okay. So yeah, Maya Angelou made it to the quarter. It's actually a series of women who've done first things in America, and they're going to roll them out. I know it's 2 other women. I don't remember their name because I'm rooting for everybody Black. So shout out to Maya Angelou on the quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Whatever happened to Harriet Tubman being on what dollar bill?
Girl.
No, on the stamp or something like that, right?
No, she's supposed to be on the $20 bill. We don't even. I don't even have the energy to talk about Biden and Harriet Tubman and the student loan cancellation, and
that's what happened during the Obama administration, but we'll leave that alone.
Anyways, moving on, because I don't even like to talk about politics because it's just all the same thing. Who cares?
The president sucks. That's what I say.
Sorry, sleep. Now I'm over here like, you know what? When Trump was saying that nigga was sleepy, we should have been paying attention because that nigga.
We should have been paying. You know what? It's sad to say, but I regret my decision on voting for Biden.
So who would you have voted for?
I mean, looking back now, I'm a Black woman.
Uh-huh.
I usually vote Democrat.
Uh-huh.
But I would have voted for Trump.
Oh.
If I could see into the future, most definitely. Because Trump want to go for half this dumb shit that's going on right now.
I don't know if I would have voted for Trump, honey, but Biden is really making me look at him sideways. I was already looking at him sideways when he picked up Kamala, because Kamala has just been MIA. Is she even alive?
We're either one of them. Like, I don't like Trump makes news every day. He makes the news every day because of his stupid ass comments, but he still made shit happen. That's what I have to say.
So that's that.
And the president and vice president ain't making the news. Coronavirus is taking over the news more than anything, because what else? What is the president and the vice president doing? Nothing. Because I'm still paying student loan debt that should have been forgiven to me. I've been a registered nurse for 10 years. Why am I in debt still?
So I did see that Navient is supposed to be canceling like I think it's 1.7 billion or 1.4 billion worth of debt, because there was a court case against them and they lost. So they have, for doing dishonest practices and putting students in loans that they know they couldn't afford with like crazy interest rates. So we'll see how that plays out for those who had loans through Navient, which
I have loans through. I mean, that was Sally Mae. Now Navient.
Yeah, Sally Mae went to Navient, so same thing. So just look out for that, because that's like 1.7 billion. So that might trickle down.
Well, hopefully I'm in that. I'm one of the lucky Black people.
My fingers are crossed, because I've been bamboozled. Okay, I need that money.
So all my federal loans, my federal loans have been forgiven. It is all my private loans. through Sally Mae, Navient, that they are now.
I mean, they should start. I feel like they should start with the private loans.
And, and to be honest, that's the only debt that I have is student loan debt. That's the only debt that I have.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I did want to talk about, so there was an article that I saw on the Washington Post where there is a transgender swimmer who is breaking records in the female college swimming association, or whatever you want to call it. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, about the transgender swimming with natural born women and beating them and their records.
I think it's unfair. You were born a man. You are a man of what age is this? What Olympic
so
is
we're
this?
we're in college, NCAA, they're in college.
So they're in their 20s, they're in their early 20s.
Correct.
You had testosterone for the majority of your life. Just because you've had something to suppress your testosterone for estrogen, no, honey. I feel like it's unfair that a transgender man competes for a
Well, it's a transgender woman.
Huh? It's a transgender.
No, it's a transgender
man
woman. Because if it was a transgender man, then it would have been a woman that was trapped in a man's body. I think that's how it goes. Yes, it's a transgender woman because it was really it was a man, I think. Yes.
So it's a transgender
woman, meaning they transed over from man to female, from male to female.
Okay, well, I think it's unfair because they have, like, I saw the picture of the transgender woman,
yeah,
and it looked like a man.
So I guess that was my big concern too. I feel like transgender athletes should have their own league or whatever you want to call it to compete against each other. And if you actually, I wish we could actually pull up the picture. If you just look at the anatomy of the transgender woman, she has broad shoulders like a male. I'm sure that helps power her through the water. And also, I believe that the NCAA requires a year of estrogen replacement. And she claimed that she had 2.5, but I'm not sure how 2.5 years of estrogen replacement would make you be able to compete with women who've had 20 plus years of estrogen in their system. So yeah, we'll see. What is definitely unfair advantage.
I think it's unfair. I do think it's an unfair advantage.
And you're breaking records?
Clearly, because you're competing against women when you were born a man.
Bing bong. All right, so moving right along. I think that's all I had I think that was pretty much all the hot topics that I can think of that went on this. Oh, I think we already talked about, we already talked about Ari and her comments about domestic violence and her getting dropped from Savage Fenty.
I didn't even know she was endorsed by Savage Fenty.
Yeah, not anymore. Rihanna don't play that shit. Bye, bitch. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think, like Nicole said, we just completed our second episode with Luke Nasty. You guys can go in the link in our bio and click on it. Leave a comment.
On all streaming platforms.
Say again.
All of them. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
iHeartRadio.
All of them. You can go and listen, watch, like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes, and we will figure out how to get back live on our page. Someone said, I said the Weeknd album is better.
Timberland said the Weeknd album is better than the Thriller album. Nothing could beat the Thriller album.
Wait, the Weeknd album. Oh, what is that? FM Dawn or something? I haven't listened to it.
I haven't listened to it, but I don't need to listen to it to know that it's not better than Thriller.
Yeah.
It's Thriller.
She said I don't even need to listen to it.
I don't even need to listen to it, and I already know that's false. Information.
I'm not a big fan of The Weeknd, so
He had some good hits, but he would never touch Michael Jackson. I haven't.
Yeah.
The only person that I've heard compared to Michael Jackson is Chris Brown.
Yeah.
That's the only person I've heard compared even near him, and I still don't even think that he can still touch. He's not even at Michael Jackson's level. And I love me some Chris Brown. Yeah. So I already know, not even hearing the album, The Weeknd is not touching Michael Jackson, period. Tati, like you said, period. Nah,
period. She said Tati. So, and speaking of other albums, Gunna dropped an album.
Gunna dropped the album. I actually like his album. Gunna dropped an album.
You did. And Corday, Corday, he dates the tennis player. I don't know her last name, but anyway, Corday, he's a rapper. He dropped his second album.
Okay.
You don't know that? You don't know him from I think his name is, it's like YFN Corday or something like that. I can't, all the new rappers, they have the stuff in front of him, but I just remember that he dates the famous tennis player, and he actually did a freestyle on, I should know, I can't remember what radio show he's on, but he did a freestyle and he actually killed it. So
really, okay,
yeah, Cordae, Corday. I forget what his first name is.
Okay, so I'll look him up.
And then the Baby and NBA YoungBoy dropped a single called Hit.